because we then have free will to accept or reject the things of God. But it's not God. He has his conditions that you and I are supposed to keep up with. But many people don't want to do that. People want to do their own thing. And so hence you write your own destiny because of the free will and choices that we have. But God Himself is for us without limits. And everything belongs to Him. He said, you don't see a cow on the hillside that does not belong to God. And sometimes as people, we think that what we have is ours. We are custodians. He says, who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? He's saying, what could separate me from God? And the point that he's making is nothing. There isn't anything that can separate us from the love of God. And when we pray, when we live, we must remember that there's no food in the house. Get on your knees and you pray. Get on your knee and pray. You're going through a difficult time with sin, talk to God about it. You're having troubles in your home, speak to the Lord. If He is for us, who can be against us? The devil is going to try his utmost best to take our eyes off of Jesus Christ. But it's up to you and I to understand what we have just read and put it in perspective in our lives and be able to appreciate how much God loves you and I. What He's willing to do for you, what He has done for you and I. It's not like we are promised something. They say that a promise is comfort to a fool, but these are not promises. These things have been done. Amen.
Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I spread my bed? Where would I lay my head? Nobody know. Nobody know. If I ever had to leave my home, no other place I ever roam could be like Belize. Be like Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the isles and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. Creole and Garifuna.
B-Box offers Benny's customers the opportunity to earn points on their purchases at any Benny's locations or its entities, such as Best Manufacturing, Benquip, Island Freight Forwarders, Benny's Contractor and Lumberyard, and B-Mart. To learn more, visit our website at www.bbox.bz. Remember, loyalty is always rewarding with B-Box. Brought to you by Benny's, quality and savings.
In our world that's always changing, one thing stays the same.
Our promise as Smart Belize to keep you connected.
Connected to the moments, the people, and the future that matter most.
With every new tower, our service upgrades, and every new smile, we're keeping our promise in building more than a network.
We're building a future, a family as Smart Belize. From Punta Gorda to Corozal, we are here not just as a network, but as your partner in progress.
We have grown significantly over the past 20 years, and we just keep growing. Thank you for placing your trust in us. We remain dedicated to providing meaningful connections that bring value in every way that matters to you. We continue to bring people together.
Hello Belmopan, welcome back to the second segment in this series of the Trade License Act 2024. I'm Councillor Chris Enriquez, and today we'll be discussing your business productive footprint and how it impacts your trade license fee. Let's break it down. Your business's productive footprint is the square footage of the area where your operations are conducted. It excludes common spaces such as agricultural lands, lobbies, restrooms, stairways, parking lots, storerooms, and shared hallways, unless they are used for profit. Your business falls under an economic classification based on your business type. This classification, as well as your zone, will further determine the rate applied to your business.
Hi, I'm Lauren Milton. I'm the Evaluation Manager here at the Belmopan City Council. I know a lot of people keep wondering what we're measuring when we visit their business. So let's take a closer look at what productive footprint looks like for the different types of businesses. As you can see, we measure the area used for business purposes only. This includes retail space, dining areas, or workspaces. For example, here's how the productive footprint is calculated for a coffee shop, a supermarket, and an office space, specifically an accounting firm. Let's take a coffee shop for instance. Here we see the kitchen, the bar, and the dining areas as productive space. What's noteworthy here is that a restaurant and an ice cream parlor has similar productive space as a coffee shop. Next, we have a supermarket. For this business, we measure the entire retail floor, including aisles, checkout counters, and display areas. The storerooms and employee break areas are excluded since they are not used to generate direct sales. Lastly, we look at an accounting firm office. The productive footprint here includes the client reception, conference rooms, and workspaces where the business's services are provided. Excluded are areas like break rooms, restrooms, kitchen, and non-operational storage. As you can see, productive footprint is the usable square footage where your business is conducted. This excludes common areas like lobbies, restrooms, and parking spaces, except in cases where these areas are used for profit. Remember, productive footprint looks different for different businesses, so be sure to accurately measure your premise to ensure your fees reflect your footprint. It is important to note that Schedule 8 of the Trade Licensing Act sets fixed trade license fees for specific classifications such as traveling professionals and auto dealers.
Knowing your economic classification and accurately measuring your productive footprint isn't the only factor in your trade license process. You must also consider that there are 4 municipal zones and that your business is located in one of them. Each zone has a different guideline that will affect the rate applied to your trade license fee. As a reminder, the new Trade License Act takes effect on January 1st, 2025. Businesses without a trade license by then are subject to penalties and fees. So we encourage everyone to apply early before the deadline, December 31st, 2024. Stay tuned to our next segment where we will answer your key questions. Thank you for watching, and let's build a prosperous Belmopan together.
When the special envoy spoke about this project, unlock your baking potential, it is something that we agreed to immediately because of the significance that this will have.
I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to the Taiwan Embassy and Ambassador Lily, and to the Office of the Special Envoy for Women and Children, and Mrs. Bresenio, for their generous sponsorship and unwavering support.
To our Dynamic 20, thank you for showing up with your willingness to learn.
Going to class for the past 6 weeks was not just about learning new things, it was about meeting new friends and now families.
I will surely pass on these special skills and talent onto my children and family. Thanks for the opportunity, and I hope to start my small business soon as well.
This experience has not only expanded our technical skills but also empowered us to embrace creativity, discipline, and self-confidence in meaningful new ways.
Thanks to each and every one of you that had a hand in this initiative, in taking this seed and planting it in each and every one of us that has now blossomed.
So today, as you receive your certificates, it's truly a stepping stone for you towards independence, entrepreneurship, and financial freedom. You will be able to possibly open your own business, sell from your house, but make your own money.
Every project starts with the right tools. At Builders Hardware, we got everything to get the job moving. Tools, paint, plumbing, electrical, garden, it's all here from construction start to finish. We're also offering a different kind of power tool. Order anytime, anywhere. Pick up in store or get it delivered to your home. Go to shopbuildersbz.com today and save money with our exclusive online deals. Builders Hardware, making it easier.
Start the new year with big savings on your 2025 property taxes. From January 1st to March 31st, 2025, the Belize City Council is offering incredible property tax discounts that you won't want to miss. Prepay your annual property tax by January 31st, 2025 and enjoy 15% off. Pay by February 28th and you'll save 10%. And if you pay by March 31st, you'll still enjoy a 5% discount. But wait, there's more! Senior citizens can enjoy a fantastic 35% discount upon full payment of property taxes for the property they reside on all year round. Please note, these discounts are available only to property owners who are up to date with their accounts. As you take advantage of this discount, we kindly remind all property owners of your responsibility to visit City Hall or utilize our online platform to complete your payments and to ensure your contact information is accurately updated in our system. For more details on these incentives, visit our Belize City Council Facebook page or give us a call at 227-3073, extension 261 or 264. Your Belize City Council. Always about the people.
Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I spread my bed? Where would I lay my head? Nobody know. Nobody know. If I ever had to leave me home, no other place I ever roam could be like Belize. Be like Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. Creole and Garifuna.
BBox offers Benny's customers the opportunity to earn points on their purchases at any Benny's locations or its entities, such as Best Manufacturing, Benquip, Island Freight Forwarders, Benny's Contractor and Lumberyard, and B-Mart. To learn more, visit our website at www.bbox.bz. Remember, Loyalty is always rewarding with B-Box. Brought to you by Benny's. Quality and savings.
In our world that's always changing, one thing stays the same.
Our promise as Smart Belize to keep you connected.
Connected to the moments, the people, and the future that matter most.
With every new tower, our service upgrades, and every new smile, we're keeping our promise in building more than a network.
We're building a future, a family as Smart Belize. From Punta Gorda to Corozal, we are here not just as a network, but as your partner in progress.
We have grown significantly over the past 20 years, and we just keep growing. Thank you for placing your trust in us. We remain dedicated to providing meaningful connections that bring value in every way that matters to you. We continue to bring people together.
Hello Bemapan, welcome back to the second segment in this series of the Trade License Act 2024. I'm Councillor Chris Enriquez, and today we'll be discussing your business productive footprint and how it impacts your trade license fee. Let's break it down. Your business's productive footprint is the square footage of the area where your operations are conducted. It excludes common spaces such
Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize.
Across the nation of Belize. Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful Monday morning, whether you are watching us on stream or on your television set, your cable channel center or Southern Cable, and of course Next Gen. We are grateful to come into your homes this Monday morning. It is the 11th of August, so the first full week of August has gone, plus a few more days, and it is a pleasure for us to come into your homes. It's Monday morning, which means I am joined by Brother Fem. Brother Fem, good morning to you, my brother.
Yo no sé si tú hablas español.
Oh, man, mi español está mejorando estos días. Estoy
Bueno.
practicando mucho.
Mi mamá dice, ¿cómo estás, hijo? Yo hablo, está bueno todito.
Todotito.
Yeah, I mean everything, right?
Yes, everything is all right. Well, it's good to see that we're here another week. We give God thanks for life, you know.
Amen.
And I love to see you persevere through your situation and to join me this morning. I'm very, very grateful, Brother Fem.
Pastor, it's a joy being with you, especially a man of God, man of principles, and who always want to help those that want to help themselves.
Amen, amen. And it's always important to give God the glory. Amen. Without Him, we would not be here.
That's right.
Without Him, probably we may have to do foolishness somewhere else.
Yes, sir.
If God did not direct our lives. And we live in a very beautiful country. God's goodness gave this land to us.
Hallelujah.
To honor, to adore, to enjoy. And so we're going to start this morning with the weather report. And let me read that out for us so that we can see what is taking place. This general situation calls for mainly fair weather to continue to dominate. We've had some beautiful days. Yesterday was a beautiful day.
It was hot, Pastor.
Did it rain any at all in Roaring Creek?
Well, just a slightly...
like a little 2-minute shower or something like that?
Well, I can't say shower, but it light.
Yeah.
Like 2 minutes or so.
I was driving through Kamalote at probably about 2 o'clock, 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I was like, shh, and that was it.
Yes, a Passover, they call it.
Yeah, like a little Passover, just to cool things down, or to make things hotter. I don't know.
Yes, sir.
But it's fair weather that will continue to dominate. And in the next 24 hours, it will be sunny. It will continue to be sunny with a few cloudy spells today and cloudy spells at times tonight. Showers and thunderstorms will be isolated except for a few more over the southern parts of Belize. Marine conditions, winds are blowing from the east at 10 to 15 knots with sea state choppy and waves 3 to 5 feet. Temperatures, it's going to be 94 degrees as the high inland and 75 as the low. And the lows are normally early, very, very early in the morning. On the coast, 89, what they're almost going to see is going to be a warm day on the coast today, and 82 as the low with the hit, and in the hills, 81 degrees Fahrenheit is the high with 68 degrees as the low. So it's going to be a beautiful day, and few showers and isolated thunderstorms are expected as we move from Tuesday, and it will increase a little on Tuesday night. Now there is a tropical depression, or it's not a tropical depression as yet, it's a tropical wave, but they're expecting that it will develop into a tropical depression during the next 24 hours. But it's not very close to us.
Oh, okay, no,
but
no
we
threat
are
to Belize.
no threat to Belize, but we are reminded that we are in that season. You know, so that is something that we will need to look at. And again, when you have that tropical wave moving into a tropical depression, after that it can become a tropical storm or whatever it is. In that process of development, at this present moment, it's just an area of low pressure. And what we are reminded, of course, that you know, we need to take the precautions and have really stock food and everything aside. What normally happens, because of the place, how Belize is located, it's kind of later in the year that we begin to see more rain and more hurricane activity, tropical storm activity.
And it's very dangerous that when it comes to carpenter put on zinc for house top. I see a guy, I never said sorry, there in Valley of Peace, it was a hard breeze. And we responded back there, and the guy did try put down the zinc, the next one he hold it down for it to nail it. And he hold it, and if the breeze actually...
Like seal.
Not can clean up at the top, drop dead.
Yeah.
So as much as you want to make one leave something for the day, but respect the breeze and leave it so you could do your job.
Well, the Bible said there is a time for everything under the sun, which means that timing is something that we need to be reminded of. The time to fix your roof, you know, is, well, not in windy season. We have like a little windy season around March, you know, which is our kite season as well. And then, of course, when storms are approaching, etc., like now would be the time to walk that roof, especially if your roof is old. Check your ceilings to see if you're having any kind of leaks that are coming through, and address them appropriately. Screws are better than nails. You will see a lot of the roofing now, they come with very specialized screws.
Yes, I
like that because one. At least the screw, it goes around and around, so it's harder for it to just pull right up as opposed to a nail. And then, of course, the eaves, or as the roof hangs over, you have to make sure that you have your fascia board, and that you cover, you know, the wood under the eaves. I think is it eaves that they call it?
They call it the backing?
Yeah, but you don't want wind. You don't want anything for wind to get underneath.
Okay.
That's a problem, because if the wind is able to just pass over, then you're okay. But if you just begin to have, have one little area where that breeze could get under, then it begins to it begins to expand, and then it could rip off the whole thing. But the time to prepare for a storm is when there is no storm, not just when the storm they approach, because then the weather becomes unpredictable faster. You know, in Ireland, Brother Fem,
Yes,
the
Pastor.
weather changes very fast. So like early in the morning, it can be very cold. And then it begins to rain, and then after that the sun come out,
Oh my.
and then it begin to rain. It's like here, what we would call little showers or so, and we still have mostly sunny days. You notice that, right? Yeah, but in Ireland the weather changes very fast, and it can be hot, cold, wet, and windy in one day. And that could happen every day.
Yes.
Yeah. So sometimes it's just cloudy, and before you know it, the sun is back out again, and the sky is clear. Very interesting weather pattern, but they get a lot of rain, and so their plants are very healthy, very beautiful. So the weather is different in different parts of the world. We see that in parts of the United States you have forest fires, and in other parts you have flooding, which are kind of like two opposite things, right? Because the fire is because it's too dry, and then flooding is because it is too wet. And so there are a lot of different weather patterns depending on where you live. And I think we live in a very beautiful country. We don't have a lot of dangerous weather patterns. Look, and many times, Brother Fem, Belize has some storms, and we don't have loss of life.
Thank God.
So many times. Like, look at that flooding that took place in Orange Walk 2 months ago. Not a soul was lost. One, I think probably a couple of vehicles that were already parked off the road, and then that motorcycle, of course, that was swept off the road because the guy didn't follow. They were telling him not to go, and he felt he could go. He lost his motorcycle, but no loss of life. And many times we have some very strong hurricanes in the past, and no loss of life. So these are things that we need to be thankful to God for.
Yes, and talk about thankful this morning. We want to thank the people that sponsor us, builders, morning to Michelle Usher. God bless you, Mother. And all your workers, I went there and I got buy one thing. 6 of them boy come and you show you the guest service. They are well trained. Young youth where I say used to run about, they make something out of themselves.
Yeah.
So we want to thank Michelle Osha and Bailers. We want to thank Puma Buka here in Belmopan. We got Jen, how the new company name?
Well, sorry. I just want to say something about Builders Hardware.
Okay, no problem.
It's Shelley and Ito and Alvi. Yes, that's correct. And they hire very good people, but they also take in people who some other people probably wouldn't hire because maybe they used to be on drugs or they were in prison or whatever. They have a very good heart for people like that, and they train them and bring them up and give them a good job, a good chance, and a good shot at life. And that's something that I really appreciate about Builders Hardware, and we're proud to partner with them. But
yes.
we also have Smart, we have Plets,
yes,
and a few other companies that advertise with us, and we are very grateful. At the present moment, Brother Fem, we're trying to put up a tower here at PlusTV. We're going a little slower than everybody else because we still have to gather all the finances, but we are getting there, because very soon we are going to have our official launch.
Yes.
Of Plus Radio. Right now it's, I have it kind of floundering and going, kind of internet, whatever it is. But very soon we are going to formalize that particular aspect of Plus TV. And then we will have some exciting new program combining radio and television together.
Wow.
So I'm a bit focused on other things. Because we needed to move Hedges, the drug rehab, which is very close to my heart, where we take young people from off the street. We take them from families that are very sad about what's their child, their young man. Some of these guys are 40, 50 years old. but they've wasted a part of their life because of drugs, alcohol, marijuana, cocaine, crack, and of course alcohol. And we try to help them to stabilize their lives. So Hedges, I've been spending a lot of time at Hedges and working on that project. I kind of ignore PlusTV every now and then. I haven't been able to put my all into PlusTV, but that day will come again very soon because we have been able to relocate the guys from Hedges, and we've been able to bring them closer to Belmopan. We're very, very grateful to Sister Shirley Harvey, Harvey, for allowing us to use her compound for 7 years in St. Matthews. And now we have our own facility. She still works with us very closely, and we will soon be able to have more room for more guys. But I'm spending a lot of time there, but we were able to successfully move closer to Belmopan, and we will soon have an inauguration of that new facility. And I'm telling you, Brother Fem, I'm excited about it. As a matter of fact, Saturday, we were able to have our first men's meeting at the new Hedges location, which is something that I was looking forward to as well, because I want to integrate men with these guys who are struggling, because we should not treat these guys like they're less than or less valuable. Or society might throw them away, but the body of Christ we should know that we don't throw away people. And so I'm trying to integrate our men's movement with the guys from Hedges so that we can have one solid group of men serving God together, encouraging each other. We live in a time right now where a lot of men don't want religion, they don't want God, they're into sports, they're into everything else except God. But we need God in our lives. And those who are down and out, they need God. And sometimes it's when we're down and out, we really want to hear from God, when we're sick, when we're son. But God is a good God that sometimes when we're healthy, we let our own timing. Then when we get sick, then we call on God. But we should be able to call on God at any time. Call on me and I will answer you. I want to see men of God begin to not just isolate themselves and have Bible study or whatever. I want to see them integrating with men who really need the Word of God and see and strengthen one another. You know, so that's my heart, and I think we're beginning to see that vision come to pass.
Yes, I want to also thank the folks out there, the gentlemen that want to see a change in their life.
Yes.
Pastor, you know, got a number where you could get in that? How they could do?
Well, I use my telephone number, 610-5679. That's the number for people who want to go to rehab, want to come to our rehab. I use my 610-5679. I just say leave a message, because I don't always answer my phone because I'm involved in something or another.
Yes.
But by just leaving a message, and then we get in touch back with the people, and we drop the application form right through WhatsApp, and they send it back to us through WhatsApp, and we begin the process. So at this present moment, we have 8 men at Hedges, at the new location, and 610-5679, that's my number to get in touch with me. And we try to help people, Brother Fem. We have many people that are doing very well, who are finished with Hedges, who have been to Hedges, and they're out there making a living and doing well. Some of them are not doing well, but that is the nature of trying to get people off addiction.
Yes.
But it is to give them hope. Hope. We live in a hopeless world, and many times people turn to alcohol and drugs because maybe their wife left them, the gal with them. So you wouldn't believe how much people a woman got them on drugs.
Woman.
By woman. You wouldn't believe the boy, my woman left me, this, that, the other, the next, whatever. Well, of course, there are some that have as an excuse, no?
Yes, Pastor.
But life circumstances, many times life's circumstances lead people down a path of addiction, and they may have already had an addictive personality, or they may have thought that alcohol would ease the pain. There are many people that alcohol use the pain, and the thing is that we live in a society where Belizeans drink too much alcohol. By far,
yes.
Belizeans drink too much alcohol. If they go to a football game, they have to do alcohol. They go to the river to bathe, to the sea to swim. All the fishermen, you know how much fishermen are on weed and weed with crack, and they know it is weed with crack because they mix the crack in it themselves, because they spend a lot of lonely time on the island. So alcohol, drugs, they take that with them to pass the time. And gangs, of course, gangs sell drugs, buy drugs, take drugs. Drugs is a major part of the gang lifestyle. And then gangs mostly cater to men. And so many men are addicted to alcohol, cigarettes, marijuana, and cocaine. A lot of people who use alcohol use cocaine because they say that the alcohol takes them up and then the cocaine brings them back to normal. So nowadays they don't even want to go man, so they take cocaine. So so there was a time when they said, what, when people they pack cocaine or they pack crack, like that is almost a normal. It's almost normalized in our society that people are on a lot of these drugs.
Yes, what I would want to see a little bit more in the church, especially when it comes to Sunday where you have visitors, and like to talk to some of the youth, because I see recently we have a good crowd there at our church, and you know when they go there, I like everything just work together with pastor and visitors. Good among young people. I think we got the most young people in Rowing Creek and the rest of the villages. Them. So
and probably in Belmopan as well too, Brother Fem.
Yes,
I've noticed that because I try to work as best as I can with Corey and Marvin, the pastors. And I love working with them, love working with the church.
Thank you.
And there's a lot of young people out there.
Yes.
And I love to see when ministries cater to young people, because that tells you that there is hope, there is life, there is future. And when you get young people to serve God from an early age, they avoid so much problems.
Yes.
So many pitfalls are avoided when a person begins to serve God from they are young. And then it becomes like a normal, natural part of their life. So they can really become very strong believers in the present age. Because if they have that foundation that is there, even if they drift, they don't drift away far, and they know how to come home. Young people who don't go to church, who never had a relationship with God, don't go to youth camp, never walk through the door of a church. When problems come, they have nowhere to turn, Brother Fem. And many of them turn to drugs, turn to gangs. And that's why it's so important to send your children to church. Because even if they drift, Brother Fem, they know to find their way home. They know to pray. They can call out to God. And so it is important for us to have ministries that cater to the young.
I totally agree with you, Pastor.
And that's what Brother Mervyn and Brother Corey, you know, are doing, and we give God thanks for that. But every church should have a youth ministry.
Yes.
Right.
Very important.
In Europe, the churches are dying, and they're dying because they cannot cater to the young people. And I preached a very important message yesterday, but sometimes with the older Christians, they worry about the young people and how they put their hair, and if they're not comb their hair, and what kind of color they put in their hair, if the guys then got ears ring or not got ears ring, and if the girl them like you they wear a strap or strapless, or listen, we need to be thankful first of all that those young people are just around us. That they're coming to church.
Yes.
Thousands upon thousands of young people are not even going to church. They don't even know about God. So cherish your young people and stop worrying about if they cut their hair or not they cut their hair. Worry about their soul, you know, and everybody when they are young, every single person when they are young. This is not the topic I want to talk about this morning, but we will go into it, and then we will talk about Nick Juvic. Nick Juvic, that's coming in.
Yes, sorry.
We talk about Nick on the 22nd of August. But Brother Fem, everybody, it doesn't matter what generation, when they are very young, there has to be a time of self-discovery. Who am I? When a child is between the age of 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, sometimes 18, 19, 20, it's different levels of the journey of the self-discovery. Who am I? What am I going to be? Who will I be? What do I want to do? What do I not want to do? How do I want to be seen in the community? How do I want to be known? How do I want my friends to call me? What kind of image do I want to have out there? Am I like a buff guy? Am I a skinny guy? Do I want to be very funny and lively? Am I a quiet guy? Many of these things. Is there a God? Is there no God? Is there heaven? Is there hell? What is the purpose of life? The many questions that children around this age they have to grapple with. You think when a child is experimenting with their hair, you should thank God that it is their hair they are experimenting with, because his hair grow back, Brother Fem.
Yes, sorry.
You understand what I'm saying? So sometimes the church pay a lot of attention on the wrong thing.
Yes, sorry.
But if we can pay attention to the heart of a child, to the heart of a young people, of a young person, then as they grow up, if we minister to their heart, if we minister to their needs, Brother Fem, rather than trying to tell them what kind of pants and shirt to wear and what kind of footwear and those types of stuff, if we focus on the heart, that child will grow up to make right decisions on how you put the hair and how you dress. So we should never put the cat before the horse.
Yes.
We put the horse first, and the horse is the heart. The Bible says that all the issues that you face come from the heart. All the issues that you face come from the heart. So what we should be concentrating on is the heart of the child and the heart of the young person, because all of the issues of life that they will face is going to be determined by the condition of the heart. And so if we as the church lose focus and we're watching the wrong thing, how tight the pants or how loose the pants, but watch out, pants when get tight, then loose, then tight, then loose, then just as time go by. You see that, right?
Yes,
sometimes you see some style where they out come right back in. Then sometimes then they look like then they wear pajama, the next time then they wear tights, the next time they loose slacks. And you go to Europe right now, everybody, all the girls then are like so big jeans, they're totally covered up. Totally covered up, and you watch us like man, they look like old people, and then they walk around with their sleeve, they all like this, you know, and it's just a period of time.
Yes.
So we preach about clothes, and clothes change. You understand? But the heart, the condition of the heart, and so I love to minister, as I said, at Pastor Corey's and Pastor Melvin's church and so on. We have youths at our church as well too. I would love to see our youths even more active on a regular basis. But churches must have a youth program, Brother Fem, or they are going to die.
Maybe like how you are the pastor, or pastor as well too. I was thinking, you know, I would wish that we could connect with your church, like, you know, maybe on Sunday afternoon, have a nicely basketball.
That is so true.
Game.
That is so true, Brother Femi. That is so true. There, young people they need activities.
Yes.
They need time to meet, to laugh and talk, to interact, etc. And we had those things when we were young. I'm sorry for today's young people in the church. I'm sorry for them because they do not have the amount of activities that we used to have. We used to have activities almost every weekend. Sometimes it's basketball, if it's volleyball, it's a picnic, it's going to the river, it's youth rallies, concerts. You notice, Brother Femi, barely have concerts now? Have you noticed that?
Pastor,
that after the pandemic, they're like, no concerts.
Everybody gone in when we talk about youth. You know, really, I follow LG. I tell LG even before I think he come up with it that I want to have one guitar class.
Yes.
You know, for the youth everything.
Learn to play instruments again and learn to write and that type of stuff.
I even tell Brother Marvin, Pastor Marvin and Corey, man, we're part of the musician and there. We're in there. You know, we shot at that, very short at that.
Yeah,
so.
I was saying one time that I saw this young brother, I think he plays keyboard out in Roaring Creek. Like he has to actually be moving from one church to the next church.
Ambrose.
We're calling him, but I mean, thank God for Ambrose. I think Ambrose probably helped 3 or 4 churches, you know, with their music. I mean, which I am grateful to him that he is being such a servant,
yes.
You know, but where are the other young people that are learning to play musical instruments? I started to learn guitar when I was 6 years old.
Man.
6 years old, my hand barely could go around the fret, around the neck of the guitar. But I started, you know. And once you play one instrument, then it's easier, you know, to move from one instrument to another, you know. And where are the bands? Where are the youth bands?
Yes,
Can't be that there are young people just there in a room to play a video game, you know. So that is something that I see that it concerns me greatly. Where are the bands and the concerts, etc.? Because our young people need to be immersed in the culture to make a positive difference in the culture. You can't have just lone nasty artists out there.
That's right.
And the secular concert, then they get nastier and nastier. Then they go from soap sud on the stage and woman they whine to some of the nastiest things. And then they actually have the face of brass for take it and video it and put it on social media. So where there is no light in darkness, you know, the Revelation was never afraid to go into the darkest places to play music. We played music all across the country, and we were there for the Love FM New Year's countdown. Like we were right there in the middle of all the activity. We were right there. We were not just separate. And salt, the Christian salt. Jesus said that we are the salt of the earth, Brother Fem.
Yes,
we are the sweet, savoring perfume, right? We are the ones that are to be present. We cannot just walk away from the world, because if we are not there, who will be there to say, boy, you need for dance, live better than that. You need for take out this word out of you know, no put this word in your song.
Yes.
You know, take the word out of your song, you know. You can't get people to dance to that or something like that. It's not like necessarily that they're Christian or that they're going to church, but you are influencing the culture, right? And so, as I said, I started just a small series yesterday at our church on this issue that there are two worlds. There is the Bible say, for God so loved the world, And then we know John 3:16. And then there's another passage in 1 John that says, do not love the world. So he said, love the world, do not love the world. So what is the Bible talking about? And so we're looking at the world that God loves and the world that God hates. And then we are to align ourselves with God. But we have to influence the world.
Yes.
Jesus prayed the prayer. He said, don't take them out of the world. Send them into the world. Go, send them in, not send them out. And so many times the church have the mentality of coming out instead of going in, into the world. We want to come out, you know. So where are these bands? Where are these ministries? Where are these things? So I am very grateful. I am a part of the committee, Brother Fem, that is bringing Nick Jujuvic to Belize. And I'm very grateful to Pastor Corny Dweck. He is in Belize City, and this is Corny. This is the picture. I've seen him on the internet, but I didn't know that we could all actually get this guy to come to Belize. And they contacted us and saying that they are doing a Latin American tour. He's been all over the world. And so this is the first time in history that Nick will be in Belize, and he is coming for one single day, Brother Fem, one night. So I want to encourage Belizeans, I want to encourage your viewers. August the 22nd is the date for you to put it on your calendar. Across the nation of Belize, whether you live in PG, we're looking for the largest venue. Unfortunately, we couldn't get Civic Center because there's some activity that is taking place there. But the BTL Park is where it's going to be. Could we just show, just show the video while we're moving there, because if you take a look at Nick, born without arms and legs. You imagine that, Brother Fem? Born without arms and legs, and look at his smile on his face. You know, so he has spoken to probably millions of people already, giving them hope. You know, because some people sorry for themselves, true.
Yes.
Yeah. I know you don't know like that, though, Brother Fem, because you get up every day. When you can ride a bike, you ride a bike.
Yes, Pastor.
When you can take a walk, you take a walk. When you can appear on the morning show, you appear on the morning show.
Yes, Pastor.
And I love that about you, Brother Fem. I love that, and that's why every time you come here, you inspire people too that are maybe not feeling well, that they are sick, and they say, well, if Brother Fem can do it, I could do it too. So not because something is happening to our body means that we will just give up on life, and Nick, look at, I always enjoyed the smile on his face.
Yes, sir.
That somehow we got hand and foot, Brother Fem, and we not do nothing. We got hand and foot, and we complain the day Sabani at the wrong family, at that, the other, the next. But with an inspiration like Nick coming to Belize, take your family, take your children, because sometimes children struggle with doubt, insecurity. They feel that they won't make it in life. Sometimes our young people feel rejected. They feel like nothing good will come out of their life. They need to go and see Nick.
Yes.
We will be there, as I said. I've been working with
Where
the
again, Pastor?
committee. Belize City.
Time?
BTL Park on the 22nd of August at 7 p.m. We also have, so people will be coming from across the country of Belize. There it is, Friday, August 22nd at 7 p.m. All right? So we'll take a break now, Brother Fem.
Yes,
and then
Pastor.
when we come back, I want to talk about these BPOs. These are the people who do the call centers and so on. We want to talk a little bit about that and some of the other issues to talk about. So we'll take a break and we'll be right back to watching Rise and Shine on PlusTV.
Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I spread my bed? Where would I lay my head? Nobody know. Nobody know. If I ever had to leave my home, no other place I ever roam could be like Belize. Be like Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. Creole and Garifuna, Mestizo and Maya, living in peace.
BBox offers Benny's customers the opportunity to earn points on their purchases at any Benny's locations or its entities, such as Best Manufacturing, Benquip, Island Freight Forwarders, Benny's Contractor and Lumberyard, and B-Mart. To learn more, visit our website at www.bbox.bz. Remember, loyalty is always rewarding with BBox. Brought to you by Benny's, quality and savings.
In our world that's always changing, one thing stays the same.
Our promise as Smart Belize to keep you connected.
Connected to the moments, the people, and the future that matter most.
With every new tower, our service upgrades, and every new smile, we're keeping our promise in building more than a network.
We're building a future, a family as Smart Belize. From Punta Gorda to Corozal, we are here not just as a network, but as your partner in progress.
We have grown significantly over the past 20 years, and we just keep growing. Thank you for placing your trust in us. We remain dedicated to providing meaningful connections that bring value in every way that matters to you. We continue to bring people together.
Hello Bemapan, welcome back to the second segment in this series of the Trade License Act 2024. I'm Councillor Chris Enriquez, and today we'll be discussing your business productive footprint and how it impacts your trade license fee. Let's break it down. Your business's productive footprint is the square footage of the area where your operations are conducted. It excludes common spaces such as agricultural lands, lobbies, restrooms, stairways, parking lots, storerooms, and shared hallways, unless they are used for profit. Your business falls under an economic classification based on your business type. This classification, as well as your zone, will further determine the rate applied to your business.
Hi, I'm Lauren Milton. I'm the Evaluation Manager here at the Bemapan City Council. I know a lot of people keep wondering what we're measuring when we visit their business. So let's take a closer look at what productive footprint looks like for the different types of businesses. As you can see, we measure the area used for business purposes only. This includes retail space, dining areas, or workspaces. For example, here's how the productive footprint is calculated for a coffee shop, a supermarket, and an office space, specifically an accounting firm. Let's take a coffee shop for instance. Here we see the kitchen, the bar, and the dining areas as productive space. What's noteworthy here is that a restaurant and an ice cream parlor has similar productive space as a coffee shop. Next, we have a supermarket. For this business, we measure the entire retail floor, including aisles, checkout counters, and display areas. The storerooms and employee break areas are excluded since they are not used to generate direct sales. Lastly, we look at an accounting firm office. The productive footprint here includes the client reception, conference rooms, and workspaces where the business's services are provided. Excluded are areas like break rooms, restrooms, kitchen, and non-operational storage. As you can see, productive footprint is the usable square footage where your business is conducted. This excludes common areas like lobbies, restrooms, and parking spaces, except in cases where these areas are used for profit. Remember, productive footprint looks different for different businesses, so be sure to accurately measure your premise to ensure your fees reflect your footprint. It is important to note that Schedule 8 of the Trade Licensing Act sets fixed trade license fees for specific classifications such as traveling professionals and auto dealers.
Knowing your economic classification and accurately measuring your productive footprint isn't the only factor in your trade license process. You must also consider that there are 4 municipal zones and that your business is located in one of them. Each zone has a different guideline that will affect the rate applied to your trade license fee. As a reminder, the new Trade License Act takes effect on January 1st, 2025. Businesses without a trade license by then are subject to penalties and fees. So we encourage everyone to apply early before the deadline, December 31st, 2024. Stay tuned to our next segment where we will answer your key questions. Thank you for watching, and let's build a prosperous Belmopan together.
When the special envoy spoke about this project, unlock your baking potential, it is something that we agreed to immediately because of the significance that this will have.
I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to the Taiwan Embassy and Ambassador Lily, and to the Office of the Special Envoy for Women and Children and Mrs. Bresenio for their generous sponsorship and unwavering support. To our Dynamic 20, thank you for showing up with your willingness to learn.
Going to class for the past 6 weeks was not just about learning new things, it was about meeting new friends and now families.
I will surely pass on these special skills and talent onto my children and family. Thanks for the opportunity, and I hope to start my small business soon as well.
This experience has not only expanded our technical skills but also empowered us to embrace creativity, discipline, and self-confidence in meaningful new ways.
Thanks to each and every one of you that had a hand in this initiative, in taking this seed and planting it in each and every one of us that has now blossomed.
So today, as you receive your certificates, it's truly a stepping stone for you towards independence, entrepreneurship, and financial freedom. You will be able to possibly open your own business, sell from your house, but make your own money.
Every project starts with the right tools. At Builders Hardware, we got everything to get the job moving. Tools, paint, plumbing, electrical, garden, it's all here from construction start to finish. We're also offering a different kind of power tool. Order anytime, anywhere. Pick up in store or get it delivered to your home. Go to shopbuildersbz.com today and save money with our exclusive online deals. Builders Hardware, making it easier.
Start the new year with big savings on your 2025 property taxes. From January 1st to March 31st, 2025, the Belize City Council is offering incredible property tax discounts that you won't want to miss. Prepay your annual property tax by January 31st, 2025 and enjoy 15% off. Pay by February 28th and you'll save 10%. And if you pay by March 31st, you'll still enjoy a 5% discount. But wait, there's more. Senior citizens can enjoy a fantastic 35% discount upon full payment of property taxes for the property they reside on all year round. Please note, these discounts are available only to property owners who are up to date with their accounts. As you take advantage of this discount, we kindly remind all property owners of your responsibility to visit City Hall or utilize our online platform to complete your payments and to ensure your contact information is accurately updated in our system. For more details on these incentives, visit our Belize City Council Facebook page or give us a call at 227-3073, extension 261 or 264. Your Belize City Council, always about the people.
Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I spread my bed? Where would I lay my head? Nobody know. Nobody know. If I ever had to leave my home, no other place I ever roam could be like Belize. Be like Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize.
Welcome back. It's 8:15 on this beautiful August morning. It is Monday, and on Mondays I sit here with Brother Fem. Sometimes LJ sits with us, but he is out of the country right now. He's out there in Panama doing some journalistic work. So we're here, Brother Fem, this morning, 822-2031, as we open up the telephone lines. And of course, my personal cell number is 610-5679. The news began circulating last week that Congress, that there are members of Congress that are interested in introducing a bill in Congress in the United States that would prevent companies from opening or giving contracts to BPOs, these call centers outside of United States. They want these call centers to be in the United States, creating more jobs for their people. And I'm not too happy about that, honestly. I can understand that, of course, America wants to keep their jobs at home. That's the job of every government and that's the job of every country, which is to grow your jobs base. It is the job of every country to make sure that there is employment for your people, you know. But companies in the United States, the bigger they get, they have been taking this area of their business and contracting it out, right? So let's say if you are a company in the United States that sells motorcycles, or you make motorcycles, you make bicycles, you make jacuzzi, you make air conditioners, and America has over 350 million people. America is one of the larger countries by population. The largest country by population would be China, over 1 billion people. You have India, which is over 1 billion people. But United States is right up there with that 350 million people. And so you imagine even if you sell $500,000, if you sell 500,000 AC units, you know, units will maybe start to give trouble, right? Every year, there's a number of people that are changing air conditioning units, etc. And so you want to focus on building AC units. You might not want, as an American company, you don't want to focus on sales. You might not want to focus on repairs, you know, and so you might just want to focus on manufacturing. So all your workers, they are building air conditioning units. And so a company like that would say, okay, we will train people in another country to sell the units, you know. And so these people will pick up the phone and say, hi, you know, the weather is hot in your country today. Do you have an air conditioning unit? You know, and I said, yeah. I said, no, my air conditioner. I said, hey, well, you know, we have air conditioning units that are different prices. Can I tell you a little bit more about our air conditioning units? Yeah, all right, good. And they, so from a foreign country, you are selling American air conditioning units. So you have people all over the world, not just in Belize, especially places that were probably once British colonies. They know the English language.
Yes.
So they can, we understand the culture, we understand the language, we speak the language, and so it is easier for a company in the United States to get outsource that little piece of answering telephone calls. So that is how the concept of the BPO arose. And over the last, let's say, 7 years or so, maybe 10, Belize has been getting more and more involved in these call centers. But I think over 16,000 Belizeans work in call centers across this country.
And Pastor, and the beauty of the call center, as I mentioned, I got like 4 in Neville. I think 2 or 3 in Melinis there.
Yes.
That men are nearly 8 to 9 people.
Yes.
They work there. Plus,
and it's good pay?
Yes.
It's good pay?
Then I think her name is Rosa, by the mall. When the people come out from the people with food, they write for them. So
that's correct.
Then they benefit as well.
That's correct. That's correct. So it has provided for Belize millions of dollars of US
taxi man and all
taxi for pick up and drop.
Man.
You know, you have people that are selling food, just like what you say. All the run man that are taking food to the place, beside the people who are selling food just outside. Then, of course, those people who are working, they are buying motorcycles. Maybe they buy a little vehicle. They're now able to rent their own apartment and come out of their parents' homes. You know how many people are still living with their parents because housing is unaffordable and jobs are scarce, etc. So the BPO industry in Belize, I don't think anybody should be happy that this industry could be threatened. Now, one, I am hopeful that the lobbyists in Congress will lobby enough politicians so that this bill will not pass. I would want this bill to not pass. Because countries like Belize need people to go to work
Yes.
and to make an honest living. And Brother Fem, if these people living in our country can make an honest living, then they know we want to go to states through the back. They won't burden the American system by trying to go to America illegally to find work, because they are gainfully employed in their own country, you know. But I think one of the stories that I saw was that a particular hotel chain in the United States, like an American called to make a reservation at a hotel in America, but the person who took the reservation probably was in India or far away, maybe Belize, I don't know where, you know, and that the person was making a reservation, an American was making a reservation for an American hotel, but you know, like when they call the number, somebody pick up all the way in India, you know, good morning, this is whatever hotel, and, you know, how may I help you? And the person was offended by that, you know. And so there are people in the United States who believe that if they pick up if they're trying to call an American company, that an American should answer them and not a person in Belize, not a person and the truth of the matter is, like there are countries that have a thick accent, right? Like if you hear an Indian from India talking English, they may have a heavy accent. But like in a country like Belize, we have a very clear accent. We have a very good accent. As a matter of fact, many times when we go to the United States, people want to know, where are you from? You know, like your command of the English language is such, where are you from? Where are you from? I've been to places where people are always asking, where are you from? Where are you from? Because of the way we speak English, right? But I really hope that this bill does not go through. One, the BPO industry in Belize is growing. It's growing very fast. Not only that, Brother Fem, but you have to build buildings to have it. So you notice that we're having big buildings, you know, like bigger buildings, right? If you go on the highway here in Belmopan, between right between Agric Showgrounds and the roundabout. In fact, you could actually come into Belmopan too, because right across from A&R, there is another big building right there.
Yes.
Those buildings didn't exist 7 years ago. Those buildings did not probably exist 5 years ago. So why are those large buildings existing? It's because now there is this new industry and so BPO has really been good to Belize. And I am hopeful that we would be able to negotiate, and if the law passes, maybe there can be a caveat for the Caribbean or for Belize, so that we can continue to have this industry in our country. I think 3 of my sons have worked at some time at a call center. It's a great holiday place to work. It's a great place to start your working career, because it trains you. You know, you go through a training period and so on. So like yes, I don't like that Belize does not have as much variety of jobs. What do I mean like that? A person working with a science degree should really go into a science field. A person with a business degree needs to go into the business field, etc. But because these fields are not well developed, all of them they go to call center. You understand? But at least they're going somewhere.
Yes.
At least they are gainfully employed. They can climb up the ranks. they can bring money home, they can have a life, and they're spending. And Brother Fem, it's not just the taxes and so on, because all those people, when they have money now, they will go and buy pants, then they buy shirt, then they go to the restaurant, they eat, then they take out their girlfriend, then they go to the football game, and the money is turning. The money is turning. So there is a great benefit to having a BPO. So I don't like that is something that America wants to do. They have the right to do it. It's a different country. But I hope the bill doesn't go through. I'll be honest with you.
I support you as well.
Yeah. No, it's not going to affect greatly the companies that already exist. It's not going to affect greatly the jobs that already exist. Because if you already have a contract, if a company in the United States already have a contract, you know, with a company in Belize, that law can't stop that contract.
Okay.
But maybe when that contract is finished, maybe that company cannot just continue. You see? So it will take a little while to shrink the industry, but the industry won't be able to grow at the speed that it is growing. And so I think it's something that we should be concerned about. It is something that if we are able to, through the government, through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, lobby the U.S. to say, hey, please allow Belize, please allow CARICOM countries to continue. We are small populations. It helps to keep our population at home rather than our people want to go to live in the U.S. You know, like if we are able to show the U.S. that this is not only beneficial to us, but it's beneficial to them as well. Hopefully, we could get a break.
I totally support you, Pastor. You know, we bless again, thanks to people that come into this country and move around and see there is a lot of potential, having a lot of young people. So and they decided to build those calling center. But as I say, I agree with you. I appeal as well that make things work in favor of this country. And I think the young people in the show it because my never, never used to like dress up. Now we can get it on.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. It brings them into the society. They have money in their hands. They can feel confident about themselves because they're contributing to society. They're contributing to a company. They're contributing home. And they can have an enjoyable life. So I'm really hopeful that this will be able to change. And so that's one of the things that I wanted to talk about this morning, that it's a lot of jobs that we already have from BPO, and we do need foreign exchange, right? Foreign exchange is that hard US currency, because when our country goes out to buy the things that our country needs, when our country goes out to buy things that the country need, you know, somebody get on the plane and they need to go buy air conditioners, they need to go buy, go sell the Belize. We have to buy with US currency. The Belize money is only good in Belize. We can't even spend Belize money in Chetumal, right? We can't spend Belize money in Chetumal. We have to convert our money to pesos. In Guatemala, we have to convert our money to quetzal. But have you noticed that you could carry US anywhere and you could spend it as US?
Right.
Not true?
Yes, right.
You go to Chetumal, you go to Melchor, they take you US. Actually, they give you more money for your US. They tell you, you know, you'll get more money if you could get it in US. Why? Because US currency is the currency of trade. US currency is the currency of trade around the world. So when we as a country do those kinds of jobs, we get paid in US currency, and that really helps us to have foreign exchange, so that our country can continue to buy internationally. So there are many benefits
Yes.
to this kind of service-oriented work that's available in Belize. Now, before we go, there is one more thing I want us to talk about, Brother Fem.
Yeah, Pastor.
Minister Louis Zabani, Dr. Zabani, is now the, can I get some water, guys? Sorry, I hope we have water. Minister Zabani is now the Minister of Transport.
Okay.
You remember Redwell Ferguson was the Minister of Transport before for the past 5 years, but it is now Minister Louis Zabani, and he has come up with a concept to have a national bus company, right? So that instead of you have all of these buses that are running on the road and they're competing against each other, and you have red bus, yellow bus, white bus, green bus, painted bus, bird color bus, all kind of bus. That what he was recommending is that the bus owners pool their money together and have one bus company, and that they will have shares in the bus company, and that one bus company, that they can still be drivers of the bus company, etc., but you will have one bus company to run the country. And I think that that is a very good idea, Brother Fem.
To you?
Yes. Because if let's say if I have a bus company, a small bus company, and you have a small bus company, every time you go buy tire, right, you have to pay a certain amount for the tire. So let's say you have 5 bus, and I have 5 bus. You will need a certain amount of tire every year. Tire, how much car tire now are nearly $500 at some place.
Yes, that's true.
So I wonder, so how much you think for bus tire?
Bus tire, they look for a good 1,002.
Right, exactly. So then you have fuel where you have to buy. You have repairs where you have to do. And then either a competition, right?
Yes.
We are competition. So you have to run your bus faster so that you could get the customers. And then I have to run my bus faster because I have to get my customers too. So we compete, right?
But you think you not create no kind of race?
Well, if we are competing, it is already creating. But if you have a national bus company, it's one company, so there is no competition between the buses. Because then I will make money off your bus, and I will make money off my bus, and you will make money off your bus, but you will make money off my bus too. You understand? So in a national bus company, instead of you to buy 20 tire a year, and I to buy 20 tire a year, if we are one company, we could go and get a better price. You can go and negotiate a better price so that the cost to run the company goes down because it's a bigger company. It is economy of scale. Carla, we have a caller on the line. Carla, let's hear from you.
Good morning, Pastor.
Don Hector, good morning to you.
My view of this bus organization sounds very good.
Go ahead.
Better service, they say, no? But my knowledge of the country of Belize, that presently there are many remote areas that are being serviced by local small bus owners. For example, there is that corridor that begins at Bullet Tree. It goes past Branchmouth, Santa Familia, Billy White, Three Dockrons, Spanish Lookout, Selena, Yalbak, Tambo. Okay. That corridor is being served by 3 bus owners: Ortega, Humes, and another one. They carry workers from Bullet Tree all along that corridor. And also, the other one carries school children that are scattered in various little farms, and so they get that service, school children. On their way back, they bring produce from those productive areas for sale in the town, and also bring students, especially high school students from those villages, to attend to the high schools in San Ignacio, Sacred Heart, the Adventist High School, and other schools, Center for Employment Training. They come from way from those villages on the return of that early bus service. Then they have the other service which other owners carry, and that's the in-between service of people that want to go and buy one Coke or a side or whatever. So I am wondering whether this big company, and I know what big companies do. I have been engaged in many companies. Sugar factory, they're doing it right now to the cocaine farmers, big companies. Instant Quick, the citrus, big companies actually let down the ball when they did not do anything to arrest the greening of the oranges. Big companies, Billy's Estate, big companies. So I am wondering whether that big company with Pluralias, big time pretty bosses, modern, will attend to the needs of these little villages that depend on that bus service to bring their little pigs, to bring 10 fowls that they want to sell, to bring one bunch of plantains, whatever. These buses are serving that community. Now, I am very concerned whether that company, call it a modern service, will fill in that need that these villages, and I'm only talking one area, I can talk about the San Antonio, Cristo Rey, 7 miles area being served by Canto Bus, by these local people from the area that service that corridor that begins in Santa Elena, Cristo Rey, San Antonio, then 7 miles, and other areas around there. Tourist areas. Tourists from Cayo want to go and see the San Antonio. So there are about 4 big resorts there. The bus do that. I am only throwing this, and perhaps they will be able to entertain this need that arises through the whole country of Belize. So everywhere you have that little service, like what in Guatemala, they have many bus services privately owned that go to the little villages in Petén, Libertad, San de Dios, and all those areas. So I will leave you at that. I just said I want to see perhaps this message could reach the table of discussion on this big committee. Thank you very much.
So let me try to answer that question, and I will use the same route that Don Hector gave as an example that is being served by 3 bus companies. He says that 3 bus companies, they run in the morning, run in the afternoon, run in the evening, etc. Now, each of those bus companies have to have a certain number of tire set aside for them bus. That costs money. Each one of them bus company have to have one spot where they store their gas. That costs money. Each one of them company have to go a mechanic. That costs money. Each one of them company have to have an extra bus where if the bus broke down, they have to have one bus on standby and one driver on standby. Right? Each one of them bus have to have one management team. Somebody where they say schedule, time for go, who to drive, all of that. You understand what I mean by that?
Yes, Pastor.
Each of those companies. Now, if then 3 bus company come together and form one company, each of them with the same amount of shares. So let's say they will have, let's say it's 3 bus companies, so it's 33.3% of the shares. So they have equal shares in the company. Number one, they are no longer competing against each other. No, all the clients, regardless of which bus you catch, regardless of which bus the person catch, you will make some money. You not only will make money from the people will catch your bus, you will make money off of the people that will catch any bus. Like Number two, instead of have 3 bus on standby, you only have 1 bus on standby. So you never even had to buy the next 2 bus. Because if you have 3 companies, you need 3 bus on standby. With a bus just to sit down there to do nothing. But if the 3 companies come together and form one company, you only need now 1 bus on standby. The extra money that for you. Instead of you got 3 mechanic shop that work, you only got 1 mechanic shop that work because of 1 company. One big company. Instead of have 3 management team, you got 1 management team. This thing is, you know, this is how we do all over the world, you know. We know they invent nothing new. Dr. Zabani know they invent nothing new, you know.
Yes.
It's just 1 company. And you control the whole area now.
That's right.
Let's take that call.
That's right.
This is how it's done all over the world, Brother Fem. This is why the Mennonite beat with pan. Everything the Mennonite beat with pan. Because the Mennonite work together.
Yes.
You know, say, how much tire shop for Mennonites you see? 1 tire shop, Caribbean Tire. And it's owned by many owners. West Track, owned by many owners. Plets Electronics, owned by many owners. They put their money together and they know they compete against each other. Carla, good morning, you're on the air live.
Sorry to intervene, Pastor Wade. Perhaps I never made myself clear. These buses that are serving, they are owned by one owner who in some cases is the same mechanic that owns a bus. These buses here that, for example, that service, they are served by their own family. For example, the Ortega, they don't employ nobody else but their family. So they give that service actually by the owner, not us. And they have their own arrangements with mechanics, like how they taxi people. I'm not trying to be an object. I am not objecting, you know. I am not objecting to the company. I am just trying to say that these services that have been here have been there for centuries. The Batty brothers, for example, in those days, that used to bring people and going as far as Benquevia, which had a very bad road. But I am just saying that I hope and I am begging this company, whenever it's formed, to consider a service called rural service or village service, because I think the bulk of their business will be Belize City, San Ignacio, up to Benqueviejo, and Belize City or Injoa, Corozal. That will be the bulk of service. But I am talking about this little thing down in San Antonio, Cristo Rey, and other little villages here nearby that presently have no service. Will it pay a company to establish a bus service for this corridor that I mentioned? Or will these individuals give the service that they have been giving at a very low cost of management? It's a family bus, actually. So I leave you with that. I'm not objecting. Not to think I am objecting to a company. That could be possibly a good move, but I'm just speaking as a village. I make a put it clear. I am a village. I was born in a village, and I go and I knew the problems that we had in those days at the right house and come to San Ignacio. Thank you very much.
I understand, Don Hector, and I appreciate your comments. They're very good questions. But I want to ask Belizeans a question, Brother Fem.
Yes, sir.
And I want Belizeans to consider my question on any issue. I'm not talking about bus now. I'm talking about any matter. This is the question that you always have to answer. Do you prefer to be a small part of something big, or do you prefer to be a big part of something small?
Yeah.
That is the question.
Mm.
Do you prefer to play a small part in something big? Or do you prefer to be the big man in a something small?
Yeah.
And the problem is that many Belizeans, you know which one they will choose, Brother Fem?
Tell me that.
To play a big part in something small.
Man, you lose out.
You lose out. Instead of playing a small part in something big. That's why the Mennonites beat us. I'm afraid to say it, you know.
Yes.
I'm not afraid. I speak my mind. How much tire company Spanish Lookout have? One.
Caribbean.
One. And it is owned by several people. But you know what Belizeans can do? Sit down around one table and agree. Belizeans can do that.
Short, but why?
Brother Fem,
I know you.
I wish I could. People know I like the answer.
Okay.
Right? People know I like the answer that I have to give. But Spanish Lookout, they're not the same color. They're not the same religion. They're not the same community. They talk the same language. They understand each other. So they always bring their money together. And instead of you have 5 different companies that Spanish Lookout, they sell tire, they have one. Everybody will want one tire. That's when you got a Spanish Lookout, you're going the Caribbean tire. So then, slowly, all the Caribbean tire do, open a spot the Belmopan, open a spot the Belize City, open a spot the Cayo, open a spot the Dangriga, open a spot the PG, open a spot the Orange Walk, open up a spot the Corozal. One company. Belizeans don't know for make money, no?
Yeah, that's true.
And I want to start real up. Belizeans prefer to be the big man in a something small rather than playing a small part of something big. Brother Fem, let me tell you something.
Yeah, Pastor.
If Dr. Zabani is successful in putting together a national bus company, I will buy shares in that company. I don't care what anybody say. I will put my money there. And I don't even have a bus owner. So any bus owner who don't want to be part of the national, please, I put some money there. If I have to go borrow the money, Brother Fem,
yes, Pastor,
because that company will be successful.
I like it.
That company will be successful, Brother Fem. Why you think people give Elon Musk money? And they're not going to start their own Tesla. Why they not going to start their own Tesla, Brother Fem? Because they got one man who could do it. You understand what I'm saying? So watch out. Elon Musk, you have any shares? You have any shares? Because even if the $100, $500, if there were $1,000 or $10,000, they will give Elon Musk the money, my boy. For make Elon Musk, because Elon Musk know how to do Tesla, Elon Musk know how to do solar, Elon Musk know how to try carry to the moon. People are put their money there. Where I go and go build something for God at the moon too. This is how the world works. And you know how long the world will work like this? And Belizeans can't understand that. This is 2025. And Belizeans can't understand this. I want you to understand that this concept of pooling money together to form a company is from the 1600s.
Man.
How you think Europe get rich? Pool them money, Brother Fem. Why you ain't got 50 bus company that Belize when you could only have maybe 2 or 3?
Yes, I agree.
We ain't got 50 bus company with 50 bus race on the road. 50 different extra bus. 50 company they buy gas. 50 company they buy gas. You can't even negotiate for cheaper gas. Because I know if you don't want to buy my gas, my boy, 49 more people left to buy my gas, my boy. Me not give you no discount. You don't get no discount. You are buy gas at the pump price. If I give you a discount, you get a small discount. At a 49 more people left to sell gas too. But make them 49 come together and form one bus company. I'll come back to you and say, okay, we could talk about that gas again.
Yes.
We could talk about the gas again. Huh?
Yes, Pastor.
Because now, with a one company,
yes.
You understand what I'm saying? Do you prefer to be a big part of something small or a small part of something big, Belize? That's a question. Right? And that's why you have to travel the world. You need to travel.
Yes.
You need to travel. Right? So that round the world, bus not stop everywhere. Bus stop the bus stop. So if I have to walk 3 blocks or 4 blocks to find a bus stop, you find the bus stop, and then the bus stop, that the bus stop.
Yes, I agree.
You understand? And that's why we're poor now. That's why we're poor, by the fame. Because everybody wants to do their own thing. I will tell a story before we go because it's 9 o'clock. How did Amsterdam become wealthy? How did London become wealthy? How did New York become wealthy? How did these countries and cities become wealthy? They pool their money together. Portugal and Spain were the traders of the world. They used to trade. And Amsterdam wanted to get into trading. What were they trading? Pepper, spices, all the different spices. And Amsterdam was a poor, small city, could not get into the business. That is where the first concept came up. In Amsterdam, in the year 1600, this at now 2025, and Belizeans still know they put their money together. The rest of the world, they put their money together for 400 years, my boy. 400 years. And the man, it was a group of about 7 people that put their money together and bought one ship. One ship they bought. They put their money together and bought a ship. And they sailed across the ocean. They reached India. They had issues on the first trip. They had issues. They only bring back one little bit of spices. They lose out on the first trip. But they realize we make it and we come back. And the next time they sent their ship, the ship came loaded and they made a lot of money. And so they formed what was called the East India Company, the Dutch East India Company. Dutch East India Company is the first official company that ever existed in the world. 400 years ago, my boy. They pooled their money together. And you know what? Anybody, even people whenever rich, you had people when they work, they say, hey, I have $10 where I want to put in. One next person, then a servant, and then go and leave money and they say, come, I will put my money in. And people from all over the city came and put their money in. And so instead of buy one ship, they were able to buy several ships. And then send the ship there, and when the ship come back, everybody get their money. And it became bigger and bigger. And anybody could go and put in their money. That's how Amsterdam became wealthy. Today, Amsterdam is still wealthy. There are countries that are 400 years ahead of us. And the Chinese do it, Brother Fem.
Yes,
Chinese do it. Chinese put their money together and have supermarket.
Amen.
Lebanese put their money together and got store. Chinese put their money together and have them big building. Spanish look so the only who know to put their money together. Who know to put their money together? Garifuna, Maya, Creole, Mestizo are going with that. Bye, Belize. God bless you out. I'm out of here. See you tomorrow.
Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize.